Hello everybody. I thought today I'd do a garden tour. I have not done one since we planted our garden, and it's grown a lot since then, so I'm going to take you out there and show you what it looks like. Alright, these are our zucchinis, and we've already pulled a few off of here and enjoyed eating them. Ow, but you can see there's more down in there. They're doing really well. And this one here, this one's got a big guy on there that we're gonna actually pull off today. So, pretty good sized zucchini. But these guys, I started them in the house, and they survived the transplant, so they are growing well and already making vegetables for us, which is good. Then over here, this row, these are some little tiny pepper plants. I don't know if they're going to do anything. They're having a hard time with being transplanted out here. These are green beans, and they're doing good. These ones are just bush beans. We have more bush beans along this row here, and then along another row over there, and then on that side over there, I'll show you when I get over there, are the pole beans that we're growing. Leave that, no, don't throw it. Just leave it right there. We'll take it inside so we can eat it, okay? Our potatoes over here are doing well. I don't know if they're getting enough water. Austin just said he doesn't think they're getting enough water, but they're growing really well, so we'll keep adding some dirt in there and let them keep growing. This is our spinach, and I've cut a lot off of there. I need to go get the scissors and cut some more. Some of it's starting to go to seed, which happens when it gets hot because it likes the cooler weather better. But I need to get the scissors out here and cut a lot of that off so we can eat it. And then our kale had a hard time. Right here is the kale, and it had a hard time at first because the grasshoppers were eating it. And now it's doing a lot better. Still got some holes in it, but it's coming out of... It was almost about all dead. It all looked like this one here on the end, and now it's doing much better, so that's good. What are you doing with that? What do you have? Are you helping Dad? Yeah? These are some tomatoes. They're growing well. I'm going to have to get some tomato cages pretty soon to put around things because all my tomatoes are growing really good. Okay, honey, these squashes... Are these two the yellow squash?
Yes.
So those
white.
Okay, so those two are some yellow squash, and these are white squash. We don't know what kind. Huh?
They're like pie squash or something. They're like
okay.
Little white.
So yeah, he said they're like pie squash, so we'll see when they come up. But these he started from seed, and these ones too a little bit later, but they're growing well and doing good. So along this here is the green beans down on the bottom. And then this is the pea that I actually pulled a bunch of peas off yesterday, and I can see there's more on there. And then these are cucumbers all along this whole fence right here. And they've got flowers on them, and they're growing really well. So our plan is to have them vine up. Austin put some of the vines up on the fence here so they can climb up the fence around. But they're doing really well. These also I planted from seed because all the ones I transplanted had died. So out here you can see the grasshoppers are eating my sunflowers up. But we've got all these tall ones here next to the fence are sunflowers that produce the seeds you can eat. I got some dill here that actually grew this year. I was excited about that. And then on the other side of these sunflowers,
Kryspin, turn it back off.
over here, this plant here is a Jerusalem artichoke. Crispin's trying to get me with the sprinkler. So Austin planted those out there. They're supposed to be tubers that you can harvest out of the ground like a potato, but they will continue to come back if you don't get all of them. So they get, I guess they get a big purple flower on the top of them, like a purple sunflower. So we'll see, but they're actually doing really well out there. And then the sunflowers are all doing really good. They're getting big. Okay, let's see. The cucumbers there. This side we've got tomatoes and some more dill that planted itself over here. More tomatoes. The tomatoes are doing good. These are our yellow squash, and they're doing really good. We pulled a few off of there, and there's a few more to pull off now. We seem to get probably about one every day or every other day at least. But like that guy there, I could pull him off. He's big enough. Huh? Yeah, don't touch it. You looking? See the squash in there? Ulrich's trying to figure out how to get in here. These are cantaloupe, right? I think that's what they are. Cantaloupe?
Yeah, honeydew or cantaloupe.
Honeydew or cantaloupe. We started these in the house and transplanted them, and they're doing very well out here. Lots of flowers on there, and they're just growing really well, so that's exciting. And then on this side, these things along here are Brussels sprouts and broccoli. So we'll see if they do anything. And then Austin also planted some green beans down along this edge here. There's some weeds in there we need to pull, but not too many. And then we've got our beets here, and they're so good. We've had them for dinner, 2 meals that we've come out here and picked them, and they are delicious. So hopefully next week we're gonna get a lot of them pulled, and we're gonna try freezing them this time instead of canning to see if it will keep the fresh flavor that we are enjoying so much. But we've got all these beets, and then these are carrots, and they're doing well also. And then more beets over here. So you can see they're coming out. They are, I wish I could remember what kind they are because we really, really like them. They're delicious, but they're doing really good, and we've been enjoying them with our meals. So fun to have fresh vegetables, huh? Yeah. These are our cabbages. They're all getting big. At one point we had cabbages a whole row down here too, and one day we came out here and they had all died, and we don't know what happened to them, but the rest of them are doing good. And we've got tomatoes galore in here. Okay, so this row here of tomatoes I planted in this row. And then this right here is where I had tomatoes last year, and all of these that are growing here just came up by themselves. They're from seeds from last year, and they're just going crazy. I've also got some okra in here, like that's an okra there. There's okras down here and some onions down there, but these tomatoes are just kind of out of control. I'm not quite sure what to do about them. I really need some tomato cages, or I need to just put some, like these fence posts, I need to just put a few here so they have something to hang on to, because they're going to get heavy with all the tomatoes that are going to be on there. And there's 4 or 5 different kinds of tomatoes in here, and so that'll be fun when they do all start producing. But you can see I've got tomatoes clear down to there, just lots and lots of tomatoes. There's even one on this side that's growing by himself over here, and then more tomatoes there. See that guy? He's all by himself. This one I planted this guy here, and that one just grew up by himself. I planted that one. But then we've got all of these are pole beans. We're going to try having them grow up the string, just like the cucumbers are going to do over here. So pretty soon we'll come out and do another layer or 2 of string and have them grow up the string. Klayton has not been in here. He's not been allowed in here, and he's just learning how to not pull the vegetables out. He wants to help, but he doesn't know the difference between weeds and vegetables. So these are the pole beans are doing good. They're all growing really well. See, this guy's getting really long. And then there's a random dill out there. And then these are our pepper plants. They look really good. There's some flowers on them, so we'll see what they do. We never have had luck growing peppers here. They just, I don't know why they don't like to grow here, but they don't. So that's it for our garden. Everything's growing really well. It's exciting to see it filling up. When we first planted everything, we kind of felt like we didn't have enough planted because the ground was so bare, but now it's starting to fill in really well, looking really good. We still have a few bare spots, but plenty to keep us busy for now. And
All those will extend all over the place.
Yeah, all the viney stuff will just take over everything. And I mean, even over here, the tomatoes are getting big and they're taking up the space. And so lots to keep us busy, lots of food to feed our family and preserve for the next year. You can see the corn behind me is getting tall. Some of it is already taller than Austin. And the kids can go hide out there and we can't see them, which they think is really fun. But that is it for our garden tour. Thanks for watching today. I hope you enjoyed that. And if you've got any questions, let me know down below. And I will see you next time. Bye.